And welcome to Championship Chatter. My name is Jonny.
And I'm Jonno.
This is your international break special.
Love a good special.
Love a good special. Coming up this week, we have got...
Looking back at the weekend results.
We've got our fan opinions.
We've got a debate, Jonny versus Jonno.
And of course, we've got plenty more. Let's kick straight in. Standout results from the weekend. Obviously no midweek games to have a look at. So we've got a few, so you'd think there's not much to talk about. My God, there is a lot to fucking talk about.
So it's another rare weekend at Championship football, isn't it?
Yeah. First off, start with the obvious one. Bournemouth, they've got all those games in hands. Huddersfield were the ones chasing them. Not anymore.
A huge game at top at table. And Bournemouth just showed you that they're going to be up there now at the end of the season. Yeah. That was a chance for Huddersfield to catch them, although they had games in hand, Bournemouth. But for me, that was a must-win game for Huddersfield, and they got pasted. Yeah,
absolutely. It weren't even close, were it? It was just convincing, utter pasting. Scotty Parker, you know what? I've got my doubts of him as a manager at times. He got it spot on for this one.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Down at the bottom of the table, this affected both the bottom and the top. Reading beating Blackburn 1-0.
Yeah, I was shocked for me, that one. I didn't expect Reading to get anything out of that game. I know Blackburn are struggling to score at the moment, but Reading keeping a clean sheet as well.
I know.
Fair play, great result for them.
To me, that's left it wide open now, bottom and top. That's fucked up so many people's... Oh, that's happening. I was saying last week, a picture's forming now. That's fucked everything up for everyone.
It's an opinion. You can't predict what's happening in Championship. You just can't. Obviously, there's four at the bottom. Three of them's going down. My money on Reading. It's helped them a lot, that result. Yeah. It really has. It might have given them some confidence and they might kick on. I still think Reading will be in the bottom three at end of season. It's a good result for them. Can they keep it up? Who knows?
My second team, not really, I don't have second teams, that's for fucking idiots. But the team that I'm rooting for to go up second, to sneak second.
Good old Luton.
Yeah, and if they don't get into playoffs, the team I want to win it, Luton Town, another big win, 3-1 Vale.
They just can't stop, can they?
No.
I mean, how many have they won now in past 10 games or so? It's frightening how they're climbing up table and how they're playing and getting these results. Fair play to you. And barring United not being in playoffs, I do hope they go up. I really do.
I really want to see Kenilworth Road in Premier League. Imagine all Arsenal fans, like all these pompous Tottenham fans used to...
Well, we say Arsenal fans, don't forget theirs, but same at Highbury when you had to walk through houses. So.
I know, but none of the Arsenal fans that go to games now remember what Highbury was like.
Well,
let's
probably
be honest.
not.
All these diehards.
Put it this way, it's a lot better than shit they play at now.
Yeah, Kenilworth Road is a throwback, and to see that in Premier League, I'd absolutely love that.
Yeah, brilliant for the town.
Yeah,
and just brilliant for Luton in general. It's just massive for him, absolutely massive. Really put him on map.
If we go up and Luton go up, that's first away day I'm looking for in Premier League. Kenilworth Road. Live on telly, Sheffield United v Luton in Premier League.
Well, I wouldn't say it's got a ring to it.
No, it'd be brilliant. Another big result, another team that's falling off and dying a death. QPR losing to Peterborough.
Oh, yeah.
Peterborough
up at ends of the table. Posh, I took them off bottom of the team. Sorry. Took them off foot at table, that as well, into that win.
So it's Derby at table.
Derby at the bottom. What a result for Posh, that.
What a result for Jonny. I love you, Derby. But no, they're not staying up. There's no chance on God's green earth they're staying up.
I can't see it at all.
At least they're showing some fate.
They beat a team that's really out of form and just can't buy a win at the moment. So, yes, it still is a very big shock. I wouldn't have thought it, especially away.
You think that was the game where QPR bounced back?
That were a must-win win. It's one of them games where you look on paper and they've got to win that game. They've got to win that game. And their playoff hopes are fading. Fading. Can't beat Posh.
One team that we've been talking about that are not falling off form, we've mentioned it already, we're from strength to strength, that's Luton Town. So let's head over to Lewis. He's our Luton fan of the week, and he's going to be giving us a lowdown on all things Luton.
Hello guys, my name is Lewis and I am a Luton fan, and in today's video we will be discussing whether or not I think Luton can win promotion from the Championship to the Premier League, how our season has been so far, and what could potentially happen from now until the end of the season. So firstly, how has our season been so far? Well, we're currently third in the Championship, and for us, it is amazing. Now, before the season started, a lot of people thought, Luton, they're going to be my dark horses this season. I don't think they thought we'd do as well as we have done. I think, yeah, floating around the playoffs, being around 6th, 7th. No, we are currently 3rd in the Championship. We have proven a lot of people wrong. Luton have proven me wrong, proven other fans wrong. It's just been incredible, and it has been a fantastic season. Now, the first half of the season, we actually did have a slow start. We had a massive rebuild in the summer, and it took a while for our new players to gel with the current squad which we had. Now, since the start of 2022, our form has been amazing. It has been up there with teams alongside us, Fulham. We have been gaining a lot of points since the start of the year, and that's because the players, in my opinion, have all gelled. The tactics are working. The decision making on the pitch has been brilliant. We're getting goals, we're beating teams, and we deserve to be where we currently are in the Championship. This season in the Championship, it has been a poor Championship in my opinion. It has downgraded it a little bit, and I feel like teams like Luton, we need to kind of take advantage of that, because a lot of big teams in the Championship, with the money they have, are underperforming. West Brom, Stoke, Bournemouth, in my opinion, although they're currently 2nd, should have done more to compete for the title. Sheffield United have underperformed, in my opinion. A lot of other teams as well. And yet, Luton, we are there. We're 3rd in the Championship. We are maximising our potential. We're using everything which we've got. We are tight with our money. We don't overspend because simply we don't have it. And we want to be smarter. And that's why we're currently where we are on the table. We are working smarter. And I do think we're also working harder than a lot of other teams as well. And that's why we're currently 3rd. Do I think we'll go up though? Unfortunately, no, I'm not that confident that we will go up. Now, Bournemouth currently have 2 games in hand, and I just feel like that Bournemouth team, there's no excuse for that Bournemouth team not to go up. The players they have at the club, the money they've got, everything about Bournemouth is ready for the Premier League. And the fact that they are 2nd and they're not doing enough to compete with Fulham, it just, for me, shows you that they haven't had an amazing season. I feel like, I know lucky isn't the right term, but I do think they have been a bit lucky that the rest of the Championship hasn't been as good as it should have been. But do I think we can get into those top 2 places? No, in my opinion. I think it's gone. I think if Bournemouth didn't have those games in hand, there is a chance, but I don't think so. Bournemouth, they have a hard run-in from now until the end of the season, but so do we. We've got to play some tough teams, including Fulham as well. So I don't think top 2 is a realistic chance that we could get into them, but that means, can we get into it through the playoffs? Now, I do think we will finish in those playoff places despite our difficult run. I feel like we have got the momentum. In our 2 recent games, we don't really have any fit defenders. We've been playing fullbacks as our centre backs, and we're still grinding out results. So we've got plenty of momentum. We've got players coming back, key players coming back, which will help us from now until the end of the season. But do I think we'll go up through the playoffs? No, because our record in the playoffs are terrible. We don't have a good record in the playoffs. And I do think the 3rd team, which I feel will go up through the playoffs, will be Nottingham Forest. I think the 3 teams to go up will be Fulham, Bournemouth, and also Nottingham Forest. Fulham, goals galore. They've had a fantastic season. Mitrovic scoring loads of goals for them. Bournemouth, because the gap between us and them is just too big in my opinion. And Forest, because I feel like they got more momentum going into those playoff places. I think Cooper's done a fantastic job with them, and yeah, I feel like they are going to be the one team to go up through the playoff places. Now, our key players, if we were to go up, we need our key players to be on it. And our key players are Adebayo, our top goal scorer. You've got Paddy Roddick in the midfield, our club legend, who's been at the club for years. Luke Berry, who scores goals from midfield. James Bree at right back, who's been absolutely amazing this season. And also Naismith at the back, who's been pretty solid. And he's one of the main reasons why we've kept so many clean sheets this season. So if we were to, we need our key players to be back from injury. But we're quite solid at the moment, but I just don't think we've got enough in us to go up. Hopefully I'm proven wrong. Nathan Jones has done a fantastic job, and fingers crossed we can do it, but it won't be a disaster if we don't go up. Hopefully we can rebuild again and then be a little bit more challenging for next season. I feel like our squad is capable of doing even better things, because there's a lot of potential with these group of players.
Lewis there, obviously he's got to be pleased as punch for this season. One team we just talked about, we're just failing is QPR. What do we put this down to?
I don't know. I really just don't know. It's not really that injuries list, is it? They haven't really got an injury list. I don't know. It's just.
Have they been found out?
Are they tired? Found out? A bit of both.
They play a decent style attacking football. Not the best in the division by a long shot, but good. They like to come at teams like to play decent football. Have they come to a stage now where teams are just thinking, you have to beat QPR, kick them? Is that what's gone wrong?
Well, nobody likes it up them like that. I don't know. We can't really say because we've not seen them play because United still not yet to play in this season.
Going towards the end of the season, Sheffield United's got to play them twice.
Exactly, home and away. Obviously because it was postponed from COVID shit. And I hope we're playing them while they're in this bad form, because at the moment I fancy our chances against them, and at the moment so does every other team. If
they get one big result, are they going to bounce straight back?
It's hard to say in this league, isn't it? Everybody likes confidence from wins, but you can easily lose week after because you played another team who's got confidence. It's hard. I love this league. It's brilliant.
It is, and like we keep saying, can Sheffield United please win the playoffs but just let us stay in the Championship? Well done, we've won, here's a trophy. Team who lost, you can go up. Okay, we don't want to go up. We'll take the money, but we don't want to go up. We're going to talk about relegation now, and it's nice to see Derby at the foot of the table, isn't it? It's so good. It's just, I hate Derby County Football Club with a passion. The cheats, they tried to get away with it, and now they're just sowing their own mess. They can blame the EFL all they want and say it's an agenda and this, that and the other. Don't try and cheat, don't throw money at things, don't get found out and you won't be in this mess. Simple, isn't
it? Yeah, I suppose so.
And now they're at the foot of the table where they deserve to be, and I hope they stay there. We've said Posh, they're not going to fight out of it. So it's a shootout between Barnsley and Reading. Obviously, the Mighty Blades beat Barnsley 2-0 at the weekend. That's done Reading a favour. But either team, you look at any game they come up against now, you don't know if they're going to win or lose. It's just so unpredictable.
Like we said before, it's just that league that anybody's going to pick up a result. It weren't a good weekend for Barnsley losing to us. Reading will think they're a lot safer after that result.
Yeah.
Derby got a draw against Coventry, which was alright. Coventry just pasted us. So
don't care. I wish they'd pasted Derby, but a draw's good enough for a bottom of the table, so I'm happy with that.
My money's still on Derby stopping up.
Give over.
It is.
How?
Excuse me.
Can't cough your way out of it. No, you've got to back that up. How are Derby staying up?
I just think they've got the more quality, and I just look at the run-ins as well towards end of the season. I just think Derby will be the ones to stop up.
If Derby are stopping up, there's every chance Peterborough could stop up.
No.
You don't think?
No.
I think Derby and Posh are all on win Derby. If you're going to claim that Derby are going to stay up, you've got to give a shout out to Posh, maybe pulling it out of the bag.
I think the way I look at Derby is, without their points deduction, they'd be floating just below playoffs roundabout now. So they're not a team that's in a relegation battle. I know they are, but without that points deduction, they wouldn't be. So they should be still winning enough games to keep them up.
But they're not.
Yeah, but they have.
Yeah, previously. What are they doing now?
That's because of the points deduction.
What? That's making them lose games and draw games now?
No. I'm just saying, without that points deduction, they'd be comfortably safe from results that they've already got.
But they're cheated, so they're not.
That's not what I'm saying.
I do get what you're saying. Look at the results they've got over the season, and they should have got safety in the back because they're pulling out good results. But look at recent form, and they're not. Are they? It's starting to show now that you can't rely on kids. When Ravel Morrison's your best player, does that not kind of show what to expect?
It's not. It's Tom Lawrence, isn't it, really? It's not Ravel Morrison at all.
Oh, sorry, I'm preparing for next season when Tom Lawrence has gone to a decent club.
Oh, we'll have him.
I don't fit in our system, but you could see him at Bournemouth.
We'll see.
But yeah, so when Ravel Morrison's your best player, that's going to be there next season.
It's not. He doesn't last long at clubs.
No, he's their star player. Him and Tom Lawrence, their star men.
Well, there's getting goals for him. What goals that they do get, like, but I just think we'll see. It's going to be a good towards end of the season to see who's right.
Yeah. And watch Derby go down.
and if not, I'll be right for a change. Although I did get Sheffield United Barnsley score correct. First one I've ever got right.
The team we've both said are our favourites to go down, the team we can't see buying a win, even though they just have really, is Reading. So to get a bit of a perspective of what it's like to be a Reading fan at the moment, we're going to go to Dave, and he's from the Elm Park Royals. Dave, take it away.
Dave here from the Elm Park Royals podcast, talking about Reading today. Hasn't been a good one for Reading. It takes about 10 seconds to look at the table and see why. Obviously, doesn't help when you get a 6-point deduction. Definitely not the season that we were looking for in our 150th year as a club. Initially looked like it was going to be 12 points, and looks like we managed to negotiate that down to 6 immediately, and 6 deferred based on following a business plan set out by the EFL. It all comes down to those finances and poor decisions for the best part of 5+ years behind the scenes. We're also facing the downside of being controlled by a super agent, essentially. Mr. Kia Jarabchan has his fingers very much in the Reading Football Club pie, and a lot of decisions are being made based on who he works with as opposed to the right decisions for the club. And we find ourselves one place above the relegation zone, fretfully looking down at the moment. In terms of staying up, going down, how this season pans out, it's really hard to tell. We'll have a few games where things go our way, and then a few others where they don't, and we get dragged right back into it. So really not a ton of confidence. I would say that we have now put it back into our own hands. The results of the weekend definitely went our way. A big win for us, and a defeat for Barnsley, and only a point for Derby. So I think if you look at that, we're 5 points clear at the moment. As long as we do our job, we can now be in control of our own destiny. However, that does not translate to believing we definitely will. I think it'll be critical that we beat Barnsley in our next game straight after the international break. They are the team below us, so if we can increase that gap while preventing them from getting any points, then that's obviously going to be good news. Probably looking at about 3 or 4 wins out of the remaining 9 games is going to be needed, especially that will obviously change based on how the other teams below us do. But realistically, we're down to that point now with the 9 games going that it's essentially 3 from 4 that will drop, and sadly we are in that 4. Big win at the weekend against Blackburn, even though it was only 1-0. It was a big win for us. You start to see the hints of a new game plan against Bournemouth in the midweek fixture prior, and I think we saw it executed very well against Blackburn. Realistically, we should have been 3-0 up at half-time. We had the chances, we didn't take them. Looked like it was going to be a frustrating afternoon, and maybe even a sting in the tail as a result of not taking those chances. Blackburn's away form, not great, so not that surprising for some observers, but for those that have followed Reading at home, our home form is terrible in a similar fashion to their away form, and quite some goal to win it. A great hit from Josh Laurent to seal the points. So star player, no surprise to anyone. John Swift has been having a very good season. He has been our main creative spark alongside our top scorer, and also the leader in providing assists. Looking at the manager, Paunovic should have gone earlier. He lost the players a long time ago. You've got to have some sympathy for the position he found himself in. Transfer bans and lots of injuries and COVID and everything else, but still, he lost the players a long time ago, and he never had a plan B, and he hated making substitutions apparently, so very frustrating to watch. So right decision for him to leave. He's come in as an interim manager. A bit of a weird appointment, not quite sure where it came from. Obviously, Tom Ince, his son, has been on loan with us since January, so maybe something to do with that. But haven't been convinced so far that he was a stellar appointment. But, Bournemouth and Blackburn games, some good signs. So, if he keeps us up, fair play to him. Looking out to the rest of the division, I think my favourite story, like most, is seeing how Luton are doing this year. Bad choice to underestimate them the last few seasons, and to see that kind of come to fruition this season has been fun to watch as an outsider. Fulham obviously levels above. I do hope Blackburn make it into the playoffs and maybe go up. Nine games to go. Let's hope for survival for the Royals and a decent end to the campaign for some others. Cheers.
Yeah, obviously not the most confident, but being a Reading fan at the moment, can you blame him for not being the most confident?
No, they're really looking over the shoulder. Even that win's not made him really give him much confidence, as it seems to be a fluke result. Well, we'll see. One thing I want to go on to before we have Jonny versus Jonno, the first edition of Jonny v Jonno, we'll think of more to have. Ooh. Spoiling you. Is Forest and Borough. Both teams that were fighting for playoffs, looking in amazing form. Both hit a bit of a leggy period. They both had it cup now. Ha!
No, not ha. As a Sheffield United fan.
Maybe not for their league games coming up and stuff. You'd probably still want them to think at cup, but
I wanted it to be a Forest v Borough final, and then that final called off for COVID or something.
I really wanted Forest to win, but for some reason I'm just glad Middlesbrough lost.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Maybe it's probably because of Chris Wilder's what he was doing for him. But I just think they got a bit too much of an ego from what
the fans did. Yeah. Borough fans.
I mean, there were two amazing results against Man U and Tottenham. Fair play to you, but they seemed way too confident against Chelsea.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
You're massive underdogs, and it just shows your quality difference. So,
With them both out the cup, is that bad news at rest at playoff contenders? Because now they've only got one thing to focus on.
Maybe, or it might be a bit of a dampener for them to be out at cup so close to semi-finals. You never know. It might have dented the confidence. Who knows?
But if you look, let's go back to a glory period. I say glory. We won absolutely jack shit that season. The triple threat season for Sheffield United. We got to the League Cup semi-final and the FA Cup semi-final. By the time we got to the playoff finals, we were so leggy.
Well, you're not 3-0 down at half time and say you're not leggy.
Exactly. I mean, we had two hard games against Forest that we only just pulled through. We're a makeshift team on both games.
Yeah.
So
it's going to take a toll on you, but
is it quite the right time though for them? Because obviously a cup run's good for momentum. It's good for confidence. They're out of the cup now. They don't have to worry about any more games in the real big flashpoint, grafty part of the season. They can focus all on the league without thinking, oh, we've got a semi-final coming up. I think it's bad news for resters.
You think?
I do.
I don't know. We'll see, because there was still. I know they had a couple of results that didn't go their way in league as well, but you can't put that down to cup. And I don't know. It's just. Also, I think they'll be disappointed, and I think it might have a knock-on effect to them anyway.
So, who do you think is going to actually be the playoffs then? What do you think the semi-finals are going to be?
Oh Jesus, that's a question, isn't it? Unfortunately, I do think Sheffield United are going to get in playoffs.
Right. I love how you said unfortunately.
Well, our record speaks for itself.
Exactly.
Blackburn and QPR, I can't see.
Do you think they're both going?
I do. I mean, I do think Middlesbrough and Luton and I forgot what one were now.
So you think it'd be Middlesbrough v Luton?
Middlesbrough v Luton, Sheffield United v Forest.
Ooh. Well, as we all know, I've said it since the beginning of the season. I've even put a bet on it. It'll be Blackburn that beat Sheffield United at Wembley in the playoff final.
You were nearly right.
What, were I nearly right?
You were nearly right.
I think it's going to be Bournemouth.
You still think Bournemouth are going to lose to second place?
I think Luton's going to go up second.
Wow, massive statement.
I think Luton's going to go up second. I think it'll be Bournemouth v Blackburn and Sheffield United versus Middlesbrough.
Groove, that'll be brilliant, that won't it?
I think that's what it'll be. I think we'll lose to Blackburn in playoff final. Let us know. Put in the comments down below, since we're on the YouTube channel now as well as the app. Let us know what you think up in the playoffs. Who do you think the semi-finals will be? Give us some predictions. It'll mean nothing, because this division's so frigging insane that we'd never know what's going to happen.
That's the joy of it.
That's the joy of it. Put your bold predictions down below. the first ever edition of Jonny versus Jonno. Editor guy, put some cool, crazy graphic in.
I want some music.
Some dramatic tension.
Yes, it's like
you know what to do.
mastermind kind of thing.
You know what to do. It's going to be like a kazoo now or something. The international break. I hate it with a passion.
Why? I don't mind them.
And this is why we've got Jonny v Jonno. The international break, it's so crap. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to give 3 points against the international break, and you're going to give 3 points of why you're for the international break. We'll take it in turns on each point.
Okay.
I'm going to go first. It's boring. It's absolutely shockingly boring. Are we playing this time?
We've got Switzerland
Oh, joy.
and Ivory Coast, isn't it?
Oh, amazing.
We've never played Ivory Coast.
Have we not?
Nope, never played them, ever. First time England's ever played Ivory Coast.
Oh, watch me piss myself in excitement.
See, I've got him excited already.
And then, even, just because of the friendlies, even qualifiers are no better. How many times do we have to beat Moldova 6-0?
Yeah, I do agree with them kind of matches.
How many times do we have to beat Andorra?
Yeah, we do play the same shit all the time. No offence to Moldova, Andorra and stuff like that, but they're crap.
Yeah. I'm just bored of it. There needs to be a shake-up of our teams qualify. Because it's so...
Well, that's what that Nations League was supposed to be
But
about,
then it didn't have anything to do with qualifiers. It's mad. Absolute madness. And then the friendlies, it's why? As if players coming towards end of season don't have enough to fucking do.
Well, you'd say that they get a bit of a break, but most of the players don't because they are playing for the countries, like, but...
We've got Sander Berge going off to play for Norway. Guarantee he's getting injured.
He'll not get injured. He'll do in the world of good playing around with different people doing world of good.
And he's going to get injured and come back, and then we're going to be down Sander Berge to add to our list of 74,000 injuries. Conor Horahan.
That'll do.
Conor Horahan. Nailed it. Conor Horahan. He's going to get injured. So it's another midfielder down. John Egan. He'll probably get injured.
So anybody who's got players going away on international duties this week, you're all coming back injured apparently.
There's every chance that could happen.
It never happens. Very rarely that'll happen.
Every time Sander's gone away, he's come back injured.
That's going on to just our player though, isn't it? But all the other teams who've got all these international players don't come back injured.
I think that with how tough this season's been, all the breaks, all the COVID breaks we've had, making fixture congestion a thing, I think it's a stupid idea. Anyway, so that's my first point. They're boring and shit. Your point?
My point is, it gives our livers a rest for a week.
But does it?
Yeah, because you don't drink as much if you're not going to March. Come on, everybody has a good decent drink when they're at a football match, especially away days. Come on, it's saving your liver for a week.
But some people go out to the pub and get pissed up for these games. I don't understand why, but they do.
Not as many.
Not as many, very true, but...
I'd say our livers are a bit safe.
I get the point. I don't think it's enough to cancel out the fact it's boring as shit.
I'm not disagreeing it's boring. I'm just saying it helps in other ways.
So point one, down in the comments, who wins, Jonny or Jonno? Is it the fact that it's boring or the fact that it saves your livers? Are you against or for? Let's go to point two.
I'll fire this one. It saves you money and all.
I can see a fucking trend here. I can see a trend of everything that you've got positive
You
for the
don't have
international
to jump
break.
on a train to go to Bristol City or something like that. Spend 100 quid on ale and pies and burgers and whatever you want, match ticket. You get a week off, unless you're actually going to follow England and then bully for you. I'm one of them England fans. When it comes to a tournament, I'm an England fan. Other than that, I never even watch it.
This is a very twisted way of being for international breaks, John. I'm expecting...
Wait till my last one.
I'm expecting you to get England flag out and start singing God Save the Queen and England, England.
It's just my point of view to don't mind an international break. Never really ever said it had to be about football-wise.
That's a very, very fair point. It is a very fair point. Sorry, I need a moment. My second point against is it brings out all the arseholes on social media. Every time. Everybody becomes... Right, I'm going to say it now. I'm not a big Gareth Southgate fan. I don't think he's
I'm not, actually.
I don't think he's a very good manager.
Dressed as well.
Lovely waistcoat. I mean, but he got us to semi-final this and this, that, and final and blah, blah, blah. Did we win? Did we win, though?
Nothing to show for it.
The squad we've got, and any other manager, I think, wins that Euros.
With team, we should be winning something with that team we've got. We've got a really good team.
I think it was the same problem when we had a so-called golden generation. A shit manager.
Just a very negative manager for me.
Yeah.
He's always playing too old in midfield. I know it's
great for PR.
Worked,
But the point I'm trying to make is, look how we've just started debating now. The problem is, every international break, it brings out all these people on Twitter, Facebook.
Everybody's an England manager.
Everybody's an England manager. Like, I'll put a comment on and then leave it. I don't even read the replies. You get 16 pages worth of arguments. It's worse than when your team loses. Because you're not just arguing with your own fans, you're arguing with the nation.
Isn't that a good thing? It's a good football debate.
But it's never a debate. It descends into fuck you, nah, fuck you, nah, fuck you, nah, fuck you, nah, fuck you. You're a dick. That's what it descends into. There is no debate. It brings out the worst type of football fan. It brings out people who take drums to football. Those type of fans.
He's got that in, hasn't he? He's got that in.
Wait till point 3. So again, point 2. Who wins, Jonny or Jonno? Is it saving money? Does that win as a positive, or is it my negative of it just brings out all the dickheads? Which point wins? Is it?
But there's a lot of these fans that might be thinking that you like to have a good debate or a good slagging match on social media.
Then they can agree with you.
Well, exactly. And you've got money in your pocket.
To pay your internet, to have more fucking arguments. Point 3. The fucking England band. Good save. Nailed it.
I should be at net.
Should be at net. Better than Pickford. Oh!
Well done, Southgate.
The England band. I have to put up with the fucking England band. Because I'm going to end up watching it. We always do. As much as I hate it, we end up watching it. I'll make every intention not to watch it. I'll sit there and I'll go, I'm not watching. I don't give a fuck about the Ivory Coast. And then I'll sit there. I'll go,
Just put on mute.
in the pub? Excuse me? Now then, barman, turn football down. I just want to watch it. I don't want to hear it. But I have to listen to same shit. It's a drum. Not only a drum this time, a fucking brass band. A brass piggy band. I have to sit there and listen to the same repetitive shit. Or or other shit that they come out with over and over again. The fact that the England band exists means the international break should be abolished until they go out of existence.
They've been here a while though.
He said it like it's a good thing. Just because it's been around a long time don't mean it's a good thing. Look at other things that have been around a long time. Mullets, whales, heart disease. You know, that doesn't mean just because they've been around a long time these things are good.
Thank you for that. That's really insightful.
See, you've got no argument to that, have you?
I'm speechless actually.
Anyway, final point, Jonno. Final point for the good. Top that.
It's the only time you get to book an holiday. You book an holiday around international breaks. Am I wrong?
Fucking hell, that's a very good point. I still think the brass band fucking...
I've definitely won that one.
Oh, that's the closest one you've given me.
Everybody looks at holidays, and if the other half doesn't like football, they don't even know football's not on. So you book an holiday. Oh, aren't they playing that weekend? Yeah, love, but don't worry about it. We'll still go on holiday. They have no idea.
This is the best argument you've ever put forward.
I would do one.
You would do one. I still think I'm winning.
I don't care, as long as I get one out of it. It took me all night to think of these excuses.
Excuses.
No,
See, not arguments, excuses.
Take that, rewind it back.
No, let us know. You've heard all 3 points now. Judge them by point, and then give us an overall score. Put it in the comments. Let us know. Put it on Twitter. Call one of us a dickhead. We don't care. Just who do you agree with?
Call him, though.
International break. Good thing or bad thing?
Let us know if you've changed your mind.
Yeah, let us know if you've changed your mind.
Especially me.
I doubt it very much because most of you are thinking international break's a load of bollocks.
Enjoy your holiday.
That you can afford.
But that's not going to help Liver, I suppose.
No, definitely not.
I contradicted that one, Anna.
That's been the first week of Jonny versus Jonno. Here's to many more. To another weekly staple. It's our weekly awards. Right. We know the drill by now. This is our weekly awards show where we give out 4 highly sought after awards.
The lovely invisible trophy.
We are going to get a trophy eventually.
I'm going to present it to him.
And just hold it out like that. Oh. Result of the week, Jonno, I'll let you go first.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go for Bournemouth's result against Huddersfield. Absolutely massive result at top of table, and I think that's cemented their second spot. And I think they will be going up with Fulham, so well done to you.
You think that's it? You think that's them?
Yeah, that's it, done, dusted.
I'm going to go for Reading versus Blackburn. Results-wise, affects both ends at table, throws a lot of people's plans into chaos, and it fucked up a lot of people's ACCAs. So it's a massive result.
The ACCA one, definitely.
Yeah, the ACCA one. Speaking of ACCAs being fucked up, shock of the week, Jonno.
Shock of the week. Well, I don't usually have Sunday games anyway, but Posh's game against QPR, massive result for them and a huge shock for everybody else.
Yeah.
If you'd have had Posh to win and you won a bet on that, fair play to you, you're mad.
You're mad. I'm going to agree. I was going to go for Reading v Blackburn, but results-wise, it probably makes more sense because the shock one has got to be this one.
Yeah, it just took them off foot at table as well, and it's massive for them just to look at table now and think they're not whipping boys at bottom.
Reading were a 1-0 win. A team can sneak a 1-0 win.
Yeah.
It's a shock, and it's an amazing result, but to stick 3 when you've been playing so poorly
away from home
against a team that's up there, that is a massive shock, and fair play to them. Fair play. Who is your star of the week?
I'm sticking with Posh and went for the Johnson Clark Harris, 2 goals for him. He's probably been their star player for this season anyway, but
for about 3-4. How long's he been there?
A while now. Yeah, fair play to him. He really done it for Posh this weekend.
Yeah, my star of the week's going to be Scotty Parker. I have my doubts about him, but he's doing what he needs to do. He's got these games in hands, and he's putting the team out that's going to win the games, and he's drilling into them what they need to do.
I did, and yeah, he pulled off a really good win, didn't he?
Yeah,
really good team.
There were so many things he could have got wrong in that match. But he stuck to a game plan. He made him go out there and play for his shirt, and he got an amazing result for the team. I was going to try and pick out a player, but I think with how they played, rather than just say, the whole team, I'm going to give it to the gaffer because he's the one who picked the team.
Fair enough.
Favourite part of the week, Jonno. Who is your div of the week?
It's just a random thing, because I can't think of who's a div for a week. And I've gone for Swansea because it knocked me out at last man standing. Couldn't beat Birmingham at home.
Pettiest answer ever, and I love it.
Sorry. Birmingham at home, though.
Yeah.
Swansea have been playing well lately. I thought that's easy. And it's a team that I didn't think is a big team to use, and look what's happened. So cheers for that, Swansea. Divs at week.
I love it when he gets petty. I'm going to go for the Barnsley fans for 2 reasons. First one, did they sell out? Because it didn't look like they'd sold out.
They didn't sell out, no. It's a long way.
Yeah, it's a massive journey, and we get that. Your team's fighting against relegation, and we have got a bit of a soft spot for Barnsley. Like, I've got a few Barnsley friends, but to not sell out an away end in a South Yorkshire derby, it's unforgivable, especially when you fight and stay up and the team needs all the support they can get. Second reason, when we scored, they threw a flare into the family stand and disabled stand.
Yeah, well, that's the only way they were going to use one, and they had to throw it into family stand, yeah.
Yeah,
embarrassing, dickhead.
I'm not going to blame all Barnsley fans for that, because obviously it only takes 2 shit apples to spoil an apple pie. Great analogy there, should use that more often. If you're going to take a flare to games, keep it to yourself. You don't have to throw it at other fans, you don't have to throw it at your own fans. Just keep hold of it. If you're that big and brave enough to sneak it into a ground, keep hold of it.
Well, I'll put it down by your feet.
Yeah, that's what I mean by keeping hold of it.
Don't hold it.
Don't hold it with your head and say, look at me!
Yeah.
Woohoo!
You'll stand out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
But if you're daft enough to do that, then fair enough.
Exactly.
You'll get kicked out anyway.
Just put it down. You don't have to throw it.
I like a good smoke bomb, to be honest with you. I know some people don't. Oh, it makes me asthma and stuff like that, which I can understand.
Yeah. I'm neither.
But don't throw it into a family stand.
I'm neither massively for nor massively against them.
They look good.
They look nice.
They're not nice to smell at.
No.
But
they're better than a drum.
Got that in again, Annie. Every club now going to have a drum just for you.
I hate most clubs anyway. So
I might take one to Bramall Lane.
I will knock you the fuck out. I will hit you with the drumsticks. I will use your head as the drum.
Well, it'll still make a noise, wouldn't it?
So fuck off. Especially with that drum.
Oh, cheap shot.
So it's bringing drums into it.
You don't deserve air looking at the state of that.
Anyway, before we descend into absolute madness,
Jonny versus Jonno.
for real, charity boxing event. We've got no games to preview other than the England games. So for the England, I don't give a shit, so I'm not going to preview. Bollocks to it. That's my final thought.
There will be a result.
There will be a result. There'll be a first half and a second half.
Does that mean no Championship chatter next week?
No, there'll be a Championship chat next week.
Lucky you.
Because we'll have to be previewing the games that are coming up.
And we'll have a review on the England games.
No, we fucking won't. Anyway, before this descends into more badness, please subscribe to the Pitch Football channel. Please like this video. Leave some comments. We've invited you to do so. Get in touch on social media. Like them on all the fancy bits that I'm sure he'll put on screen now, as well as downloading the app. Anyhow, what do you think? Glad he gets paid by hour. If you're a fan of boxing, there's also a Pitch Boxing app. Always good, got some good shows on there. Get a lot of good guests on. Jonny Nelson's on there a fair bit. It's just a good app, another good app.
And if you like golf, find a new hobby, because it's boring.
You like cricket?
Yeah, exactly, I love cricket. Pitch cricket, get it sorted. I'll subscribe. Get it on.
No, nobody got time for that. I've been Jonny.
I've been Jonno.